Good morning, evening, afternoon. I'm tatocat. Welcome to my channel. Today we're playing Echoes Lucid9 Fangame. Previously, I looked up gigabytes and gigabits, found out they're different things. Cool, I googled that. Also, more importantly, we found out we have confirmed to believe they confirmed the belief that there are terrorists and not just randos. And we found out about the situation tracker so we can keep an eye on things and what we need to do to make a vaccine in less than 4 years, hopefully. And now Emmy wants to see us in her office at 16:30, ma'am. And that's where we left off. So before we do all that, I'm going to earn some money. Enter the dojo. I'm going to skip all this. I'm ready. Because I did spend like $1 million on... over $1 million on some things. Not safe. Alright, I'm ready. Okay. I remember the pattern too. Heal, attack, heal, attack. I just want to get a little bit extra money. Use item. Use this thing. Armor. Now we use the weapon. I feel like at some point I need to learn the names of the weapons instead of just going by the distance they are. Yay, win! Alright, I got some money. Not nearly enough to cover everything, but it makes me feel a little bit better. I'm also going to change my clothes. Is that important? Absolutely not. But I feel like anytime this is an option in a game, I just change my clothes. Just cuz. And I don't know why I'm fascinated with it. Because I'm not really like that in the real life. I'm just like, pajamas! Basically. Can I install any upgrades? I don't think I can. No. Oh, it's right here. Alright. We'll go to Emmy's. Go to Emmy's office. Since she's waiting for us. Dot dot dot. As suggested, I decided to stop by the commander's office. After knocking 3 times with no response, I open the door by a small crack and peer through it as nonchalantly as I can. Yes, because you don't want to be chalant while peering inside a room. That's just weird. To my surprise, it's about as abandoned as an atheist cathedral. Pretty abandoned. If she really did want to speak to me in her office, the most likely explanation for her absence is that she got tired of waiting and went out to look for me. I thought we had lots of time because she wanted 16:30 until like 9:30 a.m. I assume because that clock uses military time, I think. After taking a seat on one of the nearby leather chairs, I reach into my lab coat to pull out my flask. Oh dear. And take a short sip, which quickly turns into me guzzling the whole thing. Normally, this wouldn't be the place to have a few drops of the good stuff. But if my best option is to wait around here, I'd rather not be forced to wait around sober. Try not to get anything on my upholstery, operative. Rui, this place is not that huge. I'm like, it's big, but it's probably not so big. It's going to take her 5 hours to get to your room, to the cafeteria, and back to her office. So why would you do this? Also, does that mean she's just watching us doing chugga, 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 chugga of our drink this whole time? Or Or like, was she just like waiting outside the door as she nonchalantly peered in? I just had it clean. I nearly spit out my drink as the commander materializes. No, so she was in front of us as we're doing this. Oh, what an impression we must make. The commander materializes in front of me, deactivating what appears to be an advanced personal stealth system. You want to see me, ma'am? I did, operative. But the real question is, could you see me? See you? I couldn't even hear you with that thing on. How'd you manage to reverse engineer Lemniscate ODG? That's the thing, operative. Believe it or not, this ODG wasn't based on Lemni designs. As one does, as one does, I did some checking around and cross-referenced the module with its other known analogs. Turns out it's all an original piece gear. I don't know how the chairman got his hands on a prototype like this, but at his request, I took it for a spin. Turns out, it's actually superior to the stealth modules we've seen DCIS employ in their operations. I even cross-reference, as you do, it with some of the optical substitution modules the Birdsong collection uses on their electrocutioners as disguise. Electrocutioners? That sounds awfully electric deathy. Maybe it's for computers because they don't really actively attack people. They just kind of support people who actively attack people on occasion. I'm hesitant to say it, but if they decide to come after us, this tech might even give us an edge against them. The name Electrocutioner sounds familiar. Now that I think about it, Yoshida mentioned his views aligning with a group of Ronin electrocutioners before we defeated him. While I'm familiar with the Ronin of old, I'm drawing a blank for the latter. I suppose there's no harm in asking what in the world an electrocutioner is. That's good to hear, ma'am. But what's an electrocutioner? They're exactly what it says on the tin, operative. The Beast SC doesn't usually like to hunt people down or go out of their way to sabotage facilities, but when they do, the electrocutioners are their go-to force. They are equipped with the best tech Birdsong has to offer and typically uses it to destroy or heavily damage their targets with massive amounts of well-controlled electrical discharge. We're talking lightning bolts from the hands, spinning plasma fists that can be yeeted, isn't it yeeted, at the enemy. Refractive nano armor barricades that use magnetic underflow to rip apart projectiles. They can even turn themselves into hot potatoes and fry everything that touches them. Yeetin', ma'am? See, I had the same thought. Past tense of yeet, operative. That was yeeted. Oh. I thought people were still using yeeted. They are, operative. But it's more appropriate for the transitive yeet than anything else. I mean, it sounds like you thought long and hard about this. I feel like she was just like working on a mission one day and she's like, whoa, look at that thing. It was yeeted. Yeeted? Yeet. That doesn't hurt. Yeeton? Yeeton. Yes, Eaton is correct. Anyway, they like to, I mean, it does make sense actually. Anyway, they like to keep their Sparky Spec Ops guys a secret, so don't tell anyone I warned you about them. I'm more concerned with how you know this, ma'am. Yes, how do you? I thought they were like super secretive. Birdsong, that's rude. Birdsong security is supposed to be impenetrable. Wouldn't they know immediately if someone tried to hack into them? The commander smiles knowingly. I've been in cybersecurity for almost a decade now, Operative. During my time around the block, I found that there are certain tricks of the trade, different systems used to keep people from getting into them. They're a bit hard to spot, but if you know what you're looking for, you can hard counter them with the same logic they were built on. The Birdsong network uses every trick in the book to keep corporate types like us out, even though for us, every trick they use gives us an opening. But that's enough about cyber talk for today. If I get into the nitty-gritty technical side of things, we'll be here for hours. You doing okay in there, Operative? Can't imagine getting your brain shut down like that was an easy transition. I'll be fine, ma'am. Just trying to not think about the rest of the city. Just trying to calm my nerves, ma'am. Thanks for asking. I'm alive, Commander. Terrorists are dead. Sounds pretty fucking okay to me. Well, she seems pretty okay. I mean, like, I chose to keep the thing in my head, so I feel like she's fine. I'll be fine, ma'am. Just trying not to think about the rest of the city. It wasn't exactly a vacation, but I'm glad I got to see District 6 again. May be an unpopular opinion, but I doubt it would have become such a clusterfuck. We all knew how bad things could get down there. I think if should be there. If we all knew how bad things should get down there. I'm not saying the soulless bastards running the city would give a shit about the non-existent social programs or reactor number 4 flavored tap water. They wouldn't. This goddamn nation is divided by design, and the state only gives positions of power to the assholes who support that. Are you supposed to be saying this to your commander, Rui? I mean, isn't it like illegal or something to have these thoughts? The average person might hear about someone suffering through non-existent living standards, feel bad for a while, and forget. However, if they knew how many people Black Star kills on a weekly basis or were killed or injured by this devil's blood shit while trying to escape the hell we created for them, they're understanding why the ILF is trying to burn down half the city. Understand if they don't want to see the pattern, but I don't think they're stupid or incompetent enough to be incapable of doing so. The entire district is a disaster, and an even bigger disaster waiting to happen. All we needed to do to prevent this was to have some powerful and influential figures stoke fear in the people to the point where all eyes were on it. And I'm not saying that the government and military couldn't use force to get people to look away. In all likelihood, that's what they're going to do with this virus. Yeah, they're going to be like, distraction, distraction. I know you guys are sick and dying, but look, here's a puppy on a unicorn. In time, though, they'd inevitably realize that solving the problem was easier than getting people to stop talking about it. It's too late for that now, though. If the outbreak doesn't set off the full-fledged insurrection, doubt anything will. And while Isamu is fighting itself, this infection will exploit our weaknesses and show mercy to no one. At this point, I'm not sure if I should laugh or shoot myself. Not that I have energy to do either. Rui, she just asked if you were okay. I feel like Kosuke's rubbed off on you a little bit. I'll take that as a maybe. You know what? Emmy's starting to grow on me. Just a little. Please do me a favor and try not to get too wrecked today, though. The division needs your brain intact. Let me guess. For science? Amongst other things. Oh, she likes me a little bit. I feel like Emmy likes me the most. Maybe Yama likes me more than her. But he kind of had a default setting that was higher than everyone else's. Not many people can see the big picture like you do. Well, like you can, Nine. It's the kind of insight any sane organization would hate to lose. Anyway, sorry to disturb you again, Operative. I promise I won't be long this time. If you want to be... Oh, it's really... If you want to be wide instead... That's apparently a meme now. No kidding. Internet's got some crazy shit on it, ma'am. Indeed it does. It does indeed, Operative. Speaking of crazy shit, I wanted to congratulate you on a job well done today. The mission got a lot more complicated than I was expecting, but you showed exceptional adaptability, even by division standards. Hell, Operative, you took down one of the Black Star's former deadliest with the kind of firepower I'd expect from an entire infantry platoon. On your first mission, too. If I didn't know you better, I'd accuse you of being a shonen protagonist. Well, I mean, you're not wrong, actually. Ah, she kinda is. Am I really that overpowered? Rui, you are basically dead, and you still managed to stab a guy in the face through a super armor helmet like 15 times. Yeah, you're a bit overpowered. Just about. Though I doubt you'll start blowing up entire city blocks through the power of friendship anytime soon. Not yet. Hisao and I aren't on that level, but we're going to get there. Here's hoping. Seriously, Operative, I was just ready to send the rest of the cell in as a reinforcement when you accomplished the mission. Not alone, ma'am. Yeah, Misaki is a great human shield. I know, Operative, but what you did in there still calls for a celebration of some sort. I'm afraid it's a surprise, but if you're interested, I have an assignment for you that'll help us throw a party in honor of your accomplishments. It's not going to be huge, but once you find out what it is, I guarantee you'll enjoy it. Is it whiskey? She loves whiskey. The commander reaches into her pocket and hands me a gift card. Oh, it's a thing to buy whiskey. But Rui can't buy her own whiskey, can she? In fact, how does Rui get her alcohol? She's underage. I mean, she can always bribe the bartender, can't she? Or really just give it to her because she works there. More specifically, it's a 10,000 yen gift card for Mega Mart. If you're on board with it, I'll handle most of the prep work. All I need you to do is go down to the local supermarket and pick up some snacks, soda, chips, that sort of thing. If you want to get cake that says Happy Stabbing Day, that's fine by me, yes. I can't imagine just looking through the cakes going, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Sorry. Cashier, baker person, whoever. Do you have any cakes that say Happy Stabbing Day? I'm like, oh yeah, we have tons of them in the back. Right next to the Happy Shooty Day. And congrats on the new baby. That's fine by me. Just make sure you don't buy make sure what you buy isn't weird, like seaweed ice cream or anything ketchup flavored. What about ketchup? Can she buy ketchup? Can she just buy ketchup flavored ketchup? You know, maybe she buys some fries and she wants ketchup with them. Not that I like ketchup. I know there's actually ketchup flavored chips. Oh. I have not tried them, but I've seen the looks of people's faces that have tried them, and it makes me not want to try them. Also, seaweed flavored ice cream, is that a thing? Huh. Another thing I'll have to Google. This is starting to sound like a fetch quest, ma'am. You can skip it if you want, operative, but it would be a shame to have you miss out on the surprise. Alright, fine. I suppose I have time for a quick grocery run. Great! Be sure to wear your armor when you go out. If the cashier sees your SSD crest, they won't ask for an ID. Isn't that illegal? So, Amy is kind of like our big sister who helps us get beer. Oh, Amy, why are you supporting her alcoholism? It's not good. Not for us. Good point. I gesture towards the door. Should I get going then? Whenever you'd like, operative. Just head on over to the underground cable car station and press the button labeled District 2 Surface. As per the chairman's orders, Katsuragi and Tone will be waiting for you up there. Yay, I love Katsuragi and Tone. I became quite attached to them fairly early on. I'm kind of think one of them is going to die. That happens anytime I get like really attached to a character, they die. As long as it's not like a dating game or like an otome game or something, and like they're one of the dateable characters. But like usually, like in a show, I'll watch them like that's my favorite person, and then like the people are like ha ha, and then they killed them. That happens a lot, so maybe I should like them less. I should probably get going myself. Catch you on the flip side, operative. Not on the flip side. Just remember, no ketchup. No ketchup or no ketchup flavor. Because I feel like saying no ketchup is kind of rude. People like to put ketchup on things. I don't, because I don't like ketchup. But other people might. You know, people I've seen in the animes, in the shows, that they put ketchup on omelets. You know, so I've seen people do that. Like, you draw like the little heart, and then you put words on it. Which looks really cute. But at the same time, I don't like ketchup, so I'm just like, ketchup and eggs isn't my thing. So, I know it's a shorter episode. But it's one of those, recording it right before I'm posting it, so the post is going to be late, but you're going to be getting it as soon as I possibly can give it to you, sort of things. Um, yeah, we will see how the shopping goes. And I have to say that Emmy's growing on me a bit. She was quite amusing in this conversation. Um, in the next episode,